So this is a fairly standard M4. It's what we use for our duty rifle. It's what we qualify with every year. It is a gas-operated system. It is fed by a magazine that is detachable. It has a 3 different fire modes: safe, semi, burst, and fully auto. This one in particular has a sight on it. It's called an ACOG. It gives us a little bit better sighting picture out at range, but we do qualify with irons, which it also has underneath it. So your soldiers can and should be qualified with both. As far as disassembly goes, they're pretty easy to disassemble. They're held together by a couple pins here. So there's a rear pin and a front pin. Your rear pin pops out, and then
how do you pop it out from the other?
Yep, so it pops out with your finger. Some of them are a little stiffer than others.
Gotcha.
And then it hinges right on the front one. First thing I missed was safety. Anytime we handle a weapon, we always assume that it's loaded, so we check to see that it's safe. Right now the bolt is in the rear, and it is on safe. So I'm gonna let the bolt go forward, and now it'll hinge.
And you said it's gas operated?
Mm-hmm. So there
what
is,
does that mean?
So there is a gas system in here, and it's kind of hard to see because we have this handguard and shroud on, but there is a port up here in front of the sight post that pushes gas back, which operates the bolt, sends it into the tube here, and when it comes forward, it reloads. So it ejects it, picks up a new round, and seats it all in one motion.
Wow.
So this is your charging handle. That's what you would use to pull the bolt back and charge the weapon, load the weapon. And then this is your BCG, your bolt carrier group. This is what does all the business inside the upper part of the firearm here. When we field strip these things, this is about as far as we go. However, it will come down further. There is a pin here that's kind of hard to get out sometimes. There it goes. Which allows you to take out the firing pin, and then the actual carrier comes out. And that's as far down as we take it to actually clean it after service.
How do you clean it?
We wipe it down first with standard rag, and then we'll use what's referred to as CLP to soak into it and clean it to get all the burnt powder off of it, or carbon. There'll be a lot of carbon built up on this as well as the inside of this. And then we'll clean out the inside here and the trigger mechanism here. And then we'll also clean out the inside of the barrel so there's no copper fouling or any leftover residual stuff from shooting, which may cause corrosion or pits or anything else to further degrade the rifle.
Do you clean the barrel from up here?
We clean it in the path of the travel of bullet. Okay. So the round shoots out of the muzzle, right? So everything that we do should be from the breech forward.
You have to do that every time
you
use it.
Yeah, we do that every time we use it. And then whoever's in charge of the vault, the custodian of the weapons, does an inspection before we put it back. And if it's still dirty, it goes back to the service member and they clean it again.
Okay, thanks. You said to qualify, what do you have to do in order to qualify?
So the Army just implemented a new qualification procedure a couple years ago, but overall there's still 40 targets and you have to hit I believe it's 27 to qualify, and then 35 plus to be considered the top honors, which is expert. The soldiers will engage targets not only with an ACOG, but every other year they'll use irons to engage those same targets out to 300, and it's quite challenging. And then throughout the qualification, you're moving from position to position to position.
Okay.
So the new one, you have a barricade where you start standing. You drop down to your prone supported, which is laying on your belly, shooting down, right? From there, you go to another prone, unsupported position. From there, you go to a kneeling position, and from there, you go to a standing position.
Okay.
I think it's fun. Some people find it challenging and frustrating.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting time.
Was it fun the first time you did it though? Because I would imagine.
I always enjoy learning new things,
Yeah.
so I found it fun right from the get-go.
I would just be the first time pulling the trigger on on something like this would be. I've shot a BB gun. It's about the extent.
How fast do you think you can reassemble?
Me? I don't know if I could, actually, doing it right. Does this go in here? He's not going to tell me. Yeah, you know what? I don't even know where to start, because no, this has to go in first.
It's basically reverse order. I know I did it kind of fast, disassembling it, but this
I wasn't
whole
expecting a quiz. So.
right
Yeah.
has to line up with this larger pin here. All right, so that goes in,
Oh,
and
so
it
that I had right.
Yeah.
seats in there.
Now, does that have to be, you were twisting that, does it have to be an
It has to be a certain way. So now that's seated in there, and that's forward, which is what you want, and then the firing pin goes in,
Oh,
and that just drops down there, and then this retaining pin goes in,
yeah, I
keeps the firing pin from falling out.
wouldn't have gotten that.
And then this is kind of a tricky part. It's got little knobs here. It sits in there like that. And then this top part, which is where the gas comes back to operate the bolt
Oh,
here,
yeah,
goes in
okay.
the top part, and the whole thing.
Oh,
And then you would do a functions check, which is just making sure all the parts move. So from there, you would put it on semi, and you would pull the trigger. And then remember, this is empty, right?
yep.
So you hear the hammer fall, and you run the bolt like it would if it were loaded, and you hear the reset. So this is good to go.
Oh. Yeah, the reset, I've never. Well, that's really cool. I never saw anything like that before. That's really cool. So thank you very much.
For more from Mosaic, please like and subscribe to the channel or check out another video. To help support this project, please visit witf.org/mosaic.